Hello everybody, Artisan Loom here, and I'm here with another tutorial for my Tock bracelet. And this is the lovely charm that I found to go in the center, but you can use anything or you don't have to use anything at all. But I'm going to show you how to make this particular one. So go ahead and gather your bands, figure out what colors you want to use. And I'm going to show you what the loom setup is. It's going to be 6 pin bars. Your first and second, fifth and sixth will be at the same height. And then your third and fourth you come down and they're at the same height. So, and it's going to be 2 full loom lengths long. It's not a super tight design. It's not a super tight design. It's actually quite comfortable to wear. So you don't have to worry about, I don't think you have to worry about any bands busting or anything like that. So you should be okay. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and do my border, which I'm choosing to use medieval black is what I'm going to use, and I'm going to bead the sides. So what I did was I made up a bunch of spacer beads, these little daisy beads, spacers. I made up a bunch of these. I think I made 24. I'm not sure how many we'll need, but we're going to do every other one. So what you're going to do first is you're going to put one band going in the center, and then you're just going to follow it out. Oops, I want to kind of keep these somewhat. I mean, I always fix my bands at the end anyhow, so they don't have to be perfect. But for those of you who do not know how to fix bands, which it's super simple, you might want to consider keeping them in the proper, neater to where they're not twisted. Okay, so at this point you do one in the center, one going to the right and left and down to the side, and now we're going to do every other one. Okay, so every other one will be a beaded band. So plain band, beaded band, plain band, and beaded band. And you're going to do same thing on the other side. Plain band, and then we're going to throw a beaded band, and I'm not going to worry too much about mine. If they're super twisted, I will, but I know people have a hard time with these dual layers. I use them because I love the colors, and I know that I can fix the bands. It is pretty well, so I don't stress about it. So every other band will be a spacer band. You take that all the way to the end, and I'll show you how to close it off at the end. Now that I have that done, let me lift up my tripod and show you what we have here. We stopped the second one from the top, so the border came up, come over into the center. Border come up, over to the center. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to lay this little squiggly line. Looks like the mouse is running up the clock. Okay, that's the whole concept behind this squiggly line, because it's the mouse. Okay, like hickory dickory dock, the mouse ran up the clock. Okay, so basically what I did was, I'm using cylindric jet black, and I went ahead and put a seed bead in the center of each one, and I'm going to do the pattern now. Okay, so you don't have to use any beads, but I just think it looks nice. Okay, we're going to go from the second barb pin straight up. Okay, and then we're going to go to the right 3 times. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Okay, then we're going to go up and then over 3. Let me fix this band. That's 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then we're going to do this the entire way up the loom, the same pattern. At this point, we're going to go up 1 and over 3. Up 1 and do that same pattern as we did here. Up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1 over 3, up 1, and so on all the way to the end. Okay, I'll let you finish that part up too. Okay, the birds are talking to us. You hear them? They're talking to us. Okay, I'm going to pick my next color. And my next color is going to be where these gray sweets are, and I'm going to continue on with the gray sweets exact same way. Okay, so how we're going to do this is I'll start on this side. Okay, so go straight up and out. We're going to make a some triangles just like this, and I believe we're going to go all the way up the loom like that. Let me rotate it. Hold on, bear with me. Yep, and we're going to do the same thing on this side. Okay, so up and over to make a triangle. We're going to do this all the way up, okay? And then we'll do it on this side as well. This side, we're going to go up and over this way. Okay? Up and over. Up and over. Up and over, and one more, up and over, just like that. And you're going to do both of those sides all the way up to the end. Okay, so once we have the triangles all the way up the loom, what we're going to do is we're going to need some stretchy bands. Well, it's going to stretch over a long stretch, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the Trendex Loom Midnight Blue bands. And what you're going to do is you're going to go from here and do a long stretch, okay? And do it on the other side, just like that, okay? And that's going to be, I believe, where these bands are, which are the Egyptian gray. So wherever the Egyptian gray are is where these midnight blue ones will be. And then we need a color for the center. And I'm going to choose the color to be Trendex Loom Ivory. That's what my center is going to be. So at this point, after we do the band that goes from here to here to here to here, then we go back and make the X right like this. Okay? And then we go back to the blue and go like this, where it connects with that X. And then we make another X. Just like this. Blue. And then the X. Okay? You're going to do this procedure all the way down. The long stretch, the X, the long stretch, the X, the long stretch, the X, all the way down to the end. Okay, I finished it all the way down the loom. And then when I got to right here, I couldn't make the long one because this is outside the perimeter, so I'm going to do a short stretch, which will go just bring it to there. Bring that one to there, just like that. And then do your X right there. Okay? And that's what we do. Excuse me. Now, let me see the next step. I believe we're ready for looming. Let me clean up my bands real quick. Okay, I'm not sure what we're going to need. You can go ahead and turn your loom around. And we've got to put a cap band right here, which is going to be what I'm using for my border, which will be the medieval black. You're going to put it on there twice, or make a double cap band and bring it straight across like that. Okay. Now, what we're going to do is, let's see. Okay. This is the top band, so what we're going to do is, instead of bringing it back to itself, we're going to bring it straight up. Okay, so we're going to go into the cap band, bring this one straight up, go into this cap band, bring this one straight up. Okay. Oops. Okay, and then what we're going to do is go in and loom this blue one back to itself, just like this on either side. Simple enough. And then we are going to do the same thing. Okay, then we're going to do the same thing. Go into this cap band, bring it straight up, go into this cap band, straight up. Then we've got to loom out these long stretches, so we're bringing them downward. Okay, going through here, bring them down. Simple enough. Let me make sure I'm doing everything the same way. Yeah, that's what we're going to do the whole way. So we're going to go in through this one, straight up, and then go in and bring this down. So this is the pattern now. Okay, so back into here, straight up, just like that. Now we're just going to bring these blue bands down. Okay, you're going to do this all the way up the loom. I'm just going to push my bands down. Do one more, straight up, grab the long stretch blue one and bring it down. Grab the long stretch blue one and bring it down. So go ahead and finish that step all the way up to the end. Once we finish that, this is what the top of your loom should look like. Okay, so now we're going to work on these triangles that we have here. Okay, so we're going to go in through this cap band. Grab that gray sweets band that I had laid, or whatever your triangle is. Pull up a little bit to stretch it out, because it's got to be able to stretch over these 3 pegs. Okay, so go back in, grab that. Your best bet is to go in and, instead of trying to do like, well, you can, but you have a higher risk of breaking the bands. Your best thing is to go in, grab that band, pull it out, give it some stretch, and then do it. Go in, pull out, and then do it. Oops, make sure you don't get that black band. Pull out, and then over. Okay, you'll do that all the way up. Same thing over here. You're going to go into this cap band, grab that gray sweets, pull it out real good, and then over. Go in, grab it, pull it out, give it some stretch, and then pull it over. It just helps with you not breaking your bands. You should be able to feel how hard you're able to push it out without snapping it. One more to make it even on both sides. Okay, finish those gray triangle bands all the way to the top. Okay, now that I'm done, excuse me, with these triangle bands, now I'm going to go ahead and do our little squiggly mouse line. Okay, so this was my black cylindric, so I'm going to go in through this peg, and grab that, and we're just going to bring it all back to themselves, just everywhere that I've placed it. And just bring it back to itself. Follow the line. Follow the yellow brick road. Oh my. Lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my. In this case, mice. Okay. Just follow it all the way around until you get to the very end, so it has this little pattern. Okay. Now that I have that pattern up, I'm ready to do my border. That's really all we have left. So you're going to go in through this cap band, go all the way out to the edge, and you're going to follow it up till you get up to the top. Just make sure your bands are pushed down. Okay, and then this side you're going to go in, go to the right, go to the right, and then go up. Okay, follow that to the top until you get to the center up at the end, and then go ahead and get your C-clip and we will get ready to take it off the loom. Okay, I've got both borders all the way up to the top. I came in and stopped right here, came up, came in and stopped right there. Now we've got this band that we need to pull through. So we go in, grab that band, hold it with one finger, go and grab the other band, put both of them on the hook, just like that. And then I take my lovely C-clip and I'm going to put it on and leave it on my hook, just like that. And I'll leave it sit there. I'll look at the side and see that it's all loomed up. And I'm good to go. Now I can try to take it off, off of the loom. So, you're going to go in and you're going to just release the tension off the sides, on both sides like this. Okay, and then you're going to do the same thing for the next one. Just release the tension, being real careful. Still a lot of bands on this one, especially that first one that you take off. Then it gets a little easier. Some of them. Okay, and then you just start taking it off from the front. Okay, so I'm going to take mine off, and then I'm going to meet you back here to show you what mine looks like, and hope that it's pretty good. So I'll meet you back when I get mine off the loom. I just got it off the loom. Now I'm going to go through and stretch it out. Make sure all the bands get in there real good. Okay, that's what I have. I forgot to tell you, I did replace these two bands that had these seed beads on it with some mouse beads that my awesome sis, my looming sister, sent me these, and that would be AZSM, oh my gosh, AZMS Mom. Her name's Deborah. Oh, good night. I didn't have them centered. I should have placed one right there. Well, that's not good. They're not centered. And if I would have put it here, then I would have an awesome place to put my new... that is frustrating. My clock. I needed it to go here. So I might go ahead and redo this and put it there to where I can put that clock. Put one right there. I can't even believe. See, if I would have put the other one right there, then it would be centered. See? right there and there, it would be centered. Okay, well, I'll redo it. Same colors, everything, but I'll do it later. But what I'm going to do, it doesn't look all that great from right here, is I'm going to have to go through and have to fix all my twisted bands because I don't like them. I don't like them. There's not a whole lot in the center with these Trindex looms bands. There really isn't a whole lot. But anything that is twisted, I'm going to go through, pick it up, twist it between my fingers, drop it, and it should pop into place. And I'll do the same with the blue, the midnight blue ones we have, is I'll go through and make sure that they're not twisted either. Okay, once I do that, then I'm going to go through and I am going to push the seed bead in the center. Hold on, let me see what I did on this one. Yeah, I'm going to try to put the seed bead in the center of the bands. Oh, hello, lightning. Hello, get down. Okay, so like that one, I'm going to grab it, and I'm not going to use my nails. I'm just going to grab the seed bead and use my finger and push it or slide it to the center. I'm going to do that all the way around to where it'll be in the center of all the bands. Okay, and so it'll look like that versus like that. Okay, so I'm going to do that all the way around. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to fix my bands on the border. I kind of wished I would have used some prettier color where those blue bands are. Ones that are a little thicker, kind of like what I have on this one. You know, with the shimmer and sheen, I think it would look prettier. But anyhow, what's done's done. I'll have to fix it anyhow with this bead because I really want this bead to be right there. Okay, so I'm going to go through and I'm going to fix my bands the way that I want them. And then I'll come back. Well, actually, what I'm going to do here is I'm going to slide my border bands. Let me get this going right. I'm going to fix my bands to where I want the, well, I'm going to have to mess with this a minute. I do want the silver to be on top is what I'm aiming to do. So I'm having to mess with this one a bit. It's not wanting to, because the spacer bead is on there real tight because these medievals are really thick, but that's basically what I'm going for. And then I'm going to fix the next row and make sure that the silver's on top, and I'm going to fix this one by going like this, picking it up and twisting it between my fingers and dropping it. Then I'm going to take my finger and slide the bead. Don't use your fingernail because you'll slice it. So like that one. Pick it up, twist it, and it didn't all the way work, so I'm going to grab it from this side and twist it, and there you go. Then I'm going to grab the bead, bring it towards the center, do the same with the next one, and then grab this one and bring it to the center. So that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to work on doing that and straightening all the way bands. That way it lays like this instead of laying real sloppy like that. Okay, so I will go through, fix all my bands. I'll come back, show it to you. But yes, I'm gonna fix this and move it over there by making a new one and just spacing it out a little better. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was thinking there would be enough room here to put the clock, but it's not. It's really not going to work. Okay, well, anyhow, I'm going to fix that, and I will come back and show you what mine looks like all cleaned up. I've got it to where I want, how I want the beads to lay in the center, and the bands untwisted. But yeah, this is the the Tock bracelet, and I'm going to do this one over and move. See, because it's not even. I'm going to move this one to right there. I think, is that the right place? Yeah, right there. And then it will be centered. And then I can put my lovely charm on it. But this is the Tock bracelet. And here's the other one that I did with that awesome, awesome charm. But there it is in some different colors. So play around with it, get creative, whatever colors you choose. But I just personally think that a thicker band with a little bit of sheen might be good. Ooh, I didn't untwist my gray bands. Ooh, didn't even notice that. I'm going to have to go through and fix those. Yeah, I'm going to have to go through and fix them. Most of them are fixed. But anyhow, I would recommend using maybe a real pretty sheen band right there. Or you could do it like this. This looks pretty too. But for some reason, I really like the way this is. Let's see, without the charm. The way that it looks right like that. Okay, not as drastic of the green. So anyhow, hope you decide to make one. And if you do, if you could tag and hashtag your creations to Artisan Loom. And you can follow me on Facebook at Artisan Loom Bead Queen. And also, if you'd like to see more of my creations and designs, you can subscribe to my channel and you'll get the latest ones that I put out. I am going to be doing a bunch of my older designs that are the small 3-pin bar ones and 4-pin bar designs. I'm trying to revamp them and bring tutorials out for them for you. So I'm going to do some newer ones, and I'm going to just start just doing some old and new till I can get a good portion of them out. So okay, hope you enjoyed it. Take care now. Bye.